she's going through this phase. How can it not be boring any longer? Help us understand the beginning motivations of her wanting space.
Something in the feminine in women that can grow over time is this experience that, things in relationship have really hurt their heart, or the woman in your life feels like she's had to hide parts of herself away early on in relationship. And because she has that pull early on to stay in union with you, um, to feel like you're on the same side together, those things can kind of get stacked up over time, and it starts to create this shield around her. You might even say it's kind of like a little bit of her own masculinity at some point, where she feels, if I just pretend I have all the power right now, or if I protect myself so that his energy doesn't affect me, so that my heart doesn't keep getting a little bit dinged in these certain interactions, then I'll be safe. Then there won't be this hunger in me for something more. Um, and I can kind of cling to this false sense of, I don't need anyone, I'm free in the world. And feeling that, I mean, it's excruciating on the other side. I don't believe any woman is trying to create excruciating pain for someone else. And she is trying to protect herself and cling to armored identity just to kind of stay afloat right now and feel like she has some sense of who she is.
So let me ask you about that. Let's pull back the curtain a little more, and then we'll get into what can we do about it as well as we progress here. But so what happens when she steals herself off, when she shells herself up? She's going to still want, she's still going to still want connection. She's going to still want to pour her femininity into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that tension like within her in this space? So say a little bit more about, well, can she just go on like this forever?
What you mentioned about the feminine, that it's always alive in her. And there's always a part of a woman who will like die inside if she doesn't feel seen. So right now, a container for feeling seen and witnessed is, pictures on Instagram. And that can be kind of like a band-aid over what she's trying to experience in herself, like that I am seen, I am exciting, life is good. And it can't last forever because it's a false container of intimacy, and not a true intimate scene. So she'll always have to find another container unless it kind of comes back to real heart connection in relationship.
Yeah, well said. So she, I'll say it in the guy way, which is no, she can't go on like this forever unless something inside of her dies. Yeah. So that question of, well, what is she going to do? Well, something inside of her can die, or she can find another way to pour herself into work or kids or partying with other women or your container or another man's container. Right. And so we want to be the man where she wants to pour herself into us.